That's great. So, as it's rightly said, life is all about accepting the challenges, choosing to keep moving forward, and savoring the journey. So, related to this quote, we have our next question. So, please, can you tell us about what difficulties and challenges you faced throughout your journey of GSOC?
Yeah. So, firstly, talking about difficulties and challenges, your first challenge is, of course, going to be what open source, and for that you need to be familiar with how you contribute to open source. Your second challenge that is going to be is, just as I mentioned, going to appropriate organization and selecting the right project. So, some myths that I want to clear about GSOC is that when I was learning about GSOC and about the application process, I was told by many of my seniors and many people who have already also done GSOC. They mentioned that it is better you start preparing for GSOC from October or December, when the application starts actually in March, the month of March. And I had been mentioned that you need to start from October or December. So, clearing that myth, it is of course a plus point when you start from October to December, or October or like December. But also don't give up if you start doing it in Feb. So, even in my second year and in my third year, I have never been contributing since an early time. I applied for, in both of the years I have applied in the month of February. And in my second year, I applied, in fact, in three organizations, and I got selected in two organizations, and which was CERN and ML for HCI, ML for HCI, and I finally, like, of course, you get selected in only one organization, and you can submit at the most three proposals. So don't run after submitting more number of proposals. It is more about making one perfect proposal. So that was one myth early, but even if you are not that early in hand, it's okay. You can start it. I've seen people cracking, going, getting accepted even when applied in the last week of Google Summer of Code. That means CERN, on an organization like CERN. The second myth that I want to break is that it is said that if you're applying late, it is better to apply in a new organization rather than an experienced organization. So that is again not which I would in fact not prefer the newcomers to directly go into new organization, because you don't know the pattern of the organization and what kind of students they are looking for, or what kind of students they are going to select, right? So it is like a little bit risky when you apply in a new organization, because if you observe the patterns of Google Summer of Code, you will see that more slots are for students who have been, more slots are for organizations that have been like a participant of it since quite a few years. And new organization gets very less slots. Like, you can see, if it's totally new, you will just get 2 to 3 slots. So in my second year, when I had applied, I had applied to a new organization, and that is where I was very novice and I had no experience. So I just applied in some of the organizations. So that is where you need to keep these things in mind. So GSOC is more about, not just about going in some sort of organization, getting a project, is shortlisting one of the project and then appearing. It is more about like being on a right project with right mentors at a right time. So that is very, very, very important. I mean, I cannot stress the importance that it played in my journey of these 2 years when I was not selected versus when I was selected. So one more thing that like I would like to add is, go towards the projects that are like continuation of previous year projects. So that is where you will get a little edge over the others, and that is where, like, you will get a little more confidence about being getting selected, because that project is something that the organization wants to keep. So anyhow, it is going to get shortlisted. So it is better to avoid that risk of whether a project will get selected or no. Because in my back in 2020, when I had appeared, I had applied for a project which which was of new organization, plus it did not even get selected by shortlisted. So you never know which projects are in the priority of organizations list. So some ways that you can avoid that risk is that you can check out the you can firstly check out which organizations have been part of GSOC since from 2016. That is very good. Secondly, you can check on which projects are a continuation of the older projects. So that is how you can eliminate some of the risks of whether I'll get selected or no. That is just about playing little bit safe when it comes to playing in GSOC. Secondly, about which time you should be applying for GSOC. Is it in your second year or is it in your third year? So that is again a questionable thing. I would prefer, many people do appear in their second years, but it is like slightly better when you apply in third year because you have more skill set and there are many organizations which won't prefer you in second year if you are in second year. Many people do get selected in second year, but there are still some organizations which will prefer third year or so on, because as GSOC every year has been expanding a lot. And if you see, only most of the Indians you will see that apply for GSOC in their undergraduation. But if you see in foreign universities, it's more like people from masters or PhDs apply for GSOC. So that is the crowd you are going to compete with, and you want your proposal to get selected. So these were some of the small tips that I shared